And it's a huge question, just like, how do you become a cult leader? Not that this is a how-to guide by any means, but it could happen to anybody.
I am Reagan Roy.
And I'm Marissa Solomon, and we're talking about the 1989 Kirtland cult killings. And it's a look at susceptible people. It's hard because I feel like we're going to say that a lot, that it could happen to anybody, but this is how it does.
Yeah. So just to kind of start with a little background about who Jeffrey was. He grew up in Independence, Missouri, was raised in the reorganized Church of Latter-day Saints. He was very religious as a young child, but also dealt with a lot of personal turmoil.
He did. He grew up with an abusive father who was kind of an authoritarian figure, and he genuinely did not have a great life. He didn't have a lot of things going for him. He couldn't really hold down a job.
Yeah, and you said his father was very abusive, and I think that's kind of where he was able to gain some sort of strength, because we know he was an awkward kid. He was socially awkward, except for when it came to matters of religion. He was able to, regurgitate that with ease. So then, whenever he finally stood up to his dad, who was obviously, we learned that he's very abusive. I think that kind of is a moment, not to where it's like, oh, look, I'm my own person. It's, oh, look, I can use force and power to get what I want.
He ends up turning that power around and using it to manipulate other people in a very similar way. I think we're going to talk a lot about how, becoming a cult follower is kind of an abusive relationship.